Hey, it's pasthisprime here, and welcome back to Stellaris, where we're continuing our playthrough of the Free Peoples of the Fall. And same as in the previous video, because I'm doing the two videos back to back, I am a little bit sick, so if I sound a bit funny, that's what it is. I have a bit of a sore throat at the moment. Hopefully it's just a mundane cold or something like that. But yeah, pushing through it. So we will continue on because I don't want to stop playing. So we're going to do that, and hopefully we get through the video without coughing too much or sounding totally ridiculous. So what are we doing? We have a colony ship over here. We probably need to think about getting some sort of shipyard over this side. I don't really want to build another. I mean, we could change one of these to a shipyard. So I've only got one starbase left, and I'm sort of holding off for that for when we get further up, when we hit a limit. Okay, the other thing I want to do is create a sector. Alright, and let's assign a new leader. What are you going to do? Food from jobs plus 10%, leader experience plus 25. Yeah, let's go with the food from jobs. Alright, so that should give us... What did that do? Oh god, I hate that. So how the hell does that work? Yeah, we are supposed to be getting an update soon. This recording is before that update, which is going to allow us to edit sectors again or something that they had previously. I think I missed that when I started this game. I did not. I started after that had already gone. Okay, as more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization, a community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should the Free Peoples of the Fall pledge its support for the creation of the galactic community? Yes, I will. The Great Wheatstone. An extended period of unrelenting border skirmishes with the Klen Corsairs has hardened our serving naval crews. Their abilities have been tempered in battle, and our forces have been even adopted several complex Klen combat maneuvers that will give them an edge in future conflicts. Oh, okay. Fine.
Construction
that's
complete.
The Klen there. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
System survey complete.
Okay. Alright, so somebody else has contacted us. I bring greetings from Grand Marshal Rog, the undisputed ruler of the Mengetian regime. We wish to learn more about your species. Which martial techniques do you warriors employ, given your fascinating biology? Oh god, you are fanatic militarists. Oh god. Where are you? Let me see. What the heck is that? Wait, what? Oh, okay, you're all the way over there.
System survey complete. Handshake protocols activated.
We will do that. Okay, what's the deal here? Okay, we could do with more Stuff.
Research complete.
Fusion reactor. Okay, let's do that.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
What are you doing? You're doing nothing. Survey. Survey. Survey? Survey. Alright, we'll keep doing that.
Special project complete.
Following the fungi. Tracking the signal emitted by the mycelium proved to be a tricky business. Our puzzled scientists finally managed by using mushrooms to peer into additional dimensions. Details are scarce about what this entails, but in any case, the operation was a success and has pointed us towards a destination. Chart a course.
Situation log updated.
What's the deal with you? The colony is too new. Did we research? We did research robots. So we could be making robots on all of our planets. Didn't think about that, did I? Probably the stupidest thing to do ever. We're going to do it. Oh, we're already doing that one. Okay, we're already doing them all. Oh man, how far do we go? Which way? I guess we'll go this way. See what that does. No orders. Are you not? What? I'm confused. Why have you stopped? I don't understand. Were you not supposed to come here? Yeah, that's really confusing. I thought you were already meant to do that. Another child. Know that we are the Rontorian Watchers, the chosen people of this galaxy. Respect our holy places and we may refrain from annihilating you. What are your holy places? Please tell me this is not one of them. Oh, here we are. The birth of the galactic community. Okay, a great day. Did you evade? No, but that's where they are. Okay. Okay, so we've finally seen somebody. Alright, let's go that way.
Handshake protocols activated. Special
See?
project complete.
They're military forces, but they don't seem to be in there. The archaeologists have successfully excavated several starship hulls on the surface of Fomalhaut 4, relics from the massive space battle that took place in this system 2 million years ago. The forces involved were the 2nd and 3rd fleets of the First League Grand Navy, fighting to contain an incursion by the combined fleets of the Rickham, a nomadic warrior species from the galactic rim. What began as a major skirmish quickly escalated into a running fleet battle involving hundreds of ships on both sides. It is impossible to tell which side won.
Handshake protocols activated.
Encenda.
Okay.
Handshake protocols activated.
Okay. More tile blockers. I have no idea what I want to do. Maybe that one?
Construction complete.
Free Peoples of the Fall is too weak to survive on its own in this hostile galaxy. Submit and become our subject or prepare for war. Oh, you're kidding me. Kingdom of Yon, where are you? Oh, you're right there. I do not want to be your vassal, but you are going to be too strong, aren't you? Damn it. Oh, you had to do it, didn't you?
Handshake protocols activated. Special project complete.
Sure. In a masterful display of engineering, the team under Science Officer Vismus Vagorus has managed to gently raise the derelict ship on Malhart 3 to the gas giant's upper atmosphere. Despite its age, the ancient cruiser is in remarkably good condition, and we have restored power to its systems. No trace of the original crew remains, but we have brought over our own and commissioned the ship into the fleet. Wow, I think that might be the first time we've ever successfully got it.
System survey complete.
Yeah, we can't actually put it into the fleet technically though, but where actually is it? Oh, it's there, okay. Wait, how do we have another planet here now? We've got another species or something. No, actually, I want you there. Alright, I want to change one of these to a shipyard.
Handshake protocols activated.
For associate status, the Greater Ebrook Bloc does not only cooperate with its members, we would like to extend an offer of association status to the Free Peoples of the Fall. Union of Quorum's Sons has invited us to become an associate member of the Greater Ebrook Bloc. This will act as a non-aggression pact with all members of the Federation. Ooh, okay. Migration treaty. So do we become part of the Federation or not? I don't see the Federation. Still short.
Research complete.
Okay. Basic combat roles. Well, let's upgrade all those.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
The asteroid around Borbo 6 has such a perfectly stable orbit that it's easy to understand why our scientists thought it was placed there artificially. Yet there are no conclusive indications of any propulsion systems or any other artificial marring. The only natural conclusion is that by some absurdly improbable chance, the asteroid got caught in Borbo 6's gravity field. We have also detected some rare crystals on the surface of the asteroid. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so you have done that one. Man, that's like a level 10. Have I seen a level 10?
Anomaly found.
What's this guy
Ships
doing?
upgraded.
Still surveying. Okay. Nestled in sheltered pockets across Borbo 4's surface is a rich sludge of simple organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hot breed for abiogenesis, the spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter. Borbo 4 has an unusually thick atmosphere for a barren world, which could make it hospitable for simple life forms. Although this presents a unique opportunity to study what could be the early stages of the origin of life, it could be best to set our expectations low, as it may still be millions of years before life evolves naturally on Borbo 4, if at all. Okay. Perk points. Specialist pop resource output plus 5%, or upkeep from jobs minus 5%. Well, let's do that one. Okay. Yeah, we are over our limit now. That's always great. Another archaeological site discovered. Our survey ship has scanned Borbo 2 and detected some artificial structures worth a closer look. Unnervingly, there are no signs of any population down there. Okay. More to go. Yep, still haven't done that research yet. How? Oh no, that's right, we haven't claimed it yet. I keep looking at that. It's annoying me, because it looks like it's in our thing. And it's not. What are they voting on? The universe is a dangerous place and all members of the galactic community should be ready to defend their worlds, whether it be against pirates, space creatures, or the unknown. The readiness shield. Fine.
System survey complete. Construction complete. Handshake protocols activated.
The deal will grant us 13.25 and them 5. Okay.
System survey complete.
One of many moons circling Isius 2 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with the gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it is a startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it is too late.
Situation log updated.
Alright, so this is a timed project. Man, look at all these projects. That is where? Oh, over there. Okay. Turn the beacon off. Okay, research the project. Sure. The director of the Museum of Exobiology on Freedom's Landing has issued a request to the procurement of several live alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they are difficult to capture. It will require the full resources of a science ship for a lengthy period of time. I think we've done this before many times.
Situation log updated.
Guess we'll add it. Gives us
System
something
survey
to do.
complete.
You've stopped. Okay, so that is a dead end. I don't know where to go. Let's just go to there first.
Building a new home.
Excellent. Yeah, we have a few homes. Potential homes. We must have a new species because, yeah, we've got a couple of new ones. It's these guys. Okay. Alright, let's do that one. And let's do that one.
Construction complete.
We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between ISIS 2 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists, under the leadership of Vimas Vagaris, were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Cool. Oh, I wish there was a way to get way more influence quicker. Well, I think you can do it through factions. Is that how it works? No, that's Unity. I don't think there's any way to get more. Oh, are we making any? See, all of these packs are costing us influence, which means I can't spread. I don't like that. It's so annoying. Gotta make friends with these people, but if I do, I can't spread.
System survey complete. Handshake protocols activated.
I can't do any more, mate. I don't know if it impacts anything, me rejecting these packs. How do I... No? If I want to cancel some packs, what would that do? And how do you tell? That's not even the right one. Contacts. Okay, so we are improving relations. Migration treaty. So if I want to break the commercial pact, hang on, let's have a look. Break the commercial pact. I shouldn't have accepted it in the first place. You can have the... That's fine.
Handshake protocols activated. Handshake protocols activated.
Is that all it gave us?
System survey complete.
Jesus, everybody wants to...
Handshake protocols activated.
How do we still have a commercial pact? Oh, for God's sakes, you're gonna... Who the hell do we have a commercial pact with? Which one is the commercial pact? That one.
Handshake protocols activated. System survey complete. Research complete.
What are we doing? I don't know. Fine, let's do them all whole.
Handshake protocols activated.
No. Okay, we'll get them upgraded as well. Okay. Not sure what I'm looking at here. And you are done there, so... Okay, go and research that anomaly.
Ships upgraded.
Yeah, you're still doing nothing.
Building a new home.
Getting rid of all of those things did not really give us much
System
back.
survey complete.
That's ridiculous.
Blocker cleared.
Okay, we are very low on amenities and we need a job. What can we do? What can we do? What will give us amenities? Clerks produce trade value and amenities. Plus 4 amenities. That's plus 3 housing, plus 5 amenities. Plus 12 of something. Plus 6 amenities. Okay. Commercial zones, clerk jobs. I mean, by this, you'd need 2. That's just on this planet, but we're still low on this stuff as well. Which is not great either.
Anomaly found. Handshake protocols activated.
No. It appears that the asteroid THX2646 and the surrounding debris originate from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable alloys. There are also hints of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that the celestial body once bore the promise of life. Amazing. As per our Prime Minister's mandate, our resource production has improved. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Does that mean we achieved his mandate?
System survey complete. System survey complete.
The ruins of a large prison complex have been discovered on Caesar 3. This hostile world seems to have served as some kind of maximum security penal colony in the First League. As a federal facility, the prison housed convicted felons from across all of League space. Surviving records indicate most of the prisoners were guilty of piracy, terrorism, and other crimes of extraordinary nature. Fossilized remains from some prisoners can still be found where the cells used to be. Okay.
Situation log updated.
The crew clearing the glacier on pasthisprime has made an unusual find. Imprisoned within layers of tightly packed ice are 9 massive statues. Yeah, these statues. Okay. This land has been budgeted for other purposes. Let's find out about the dang things. Well, that would only be if we do the actual archaeological
New
thing.
frontiers established.
So, we have a few special projects to go and do. I think we've been doing most of the other anomalies on the way. Well, we do have this level 10 one. Yeah, but I'm sort of waiting. I think I'll just keep you over here. Yeah, let's do the project. Oh man, I can't get this stupid... Can't get our border moving. Wait, what? Okay. Alright, hang on a second here. Let's have a look. I'll get one of you. Get one of you. Damn, amenities. I do want some more consumer goods though. I'm gonna do a couple of those. What are you looking like? Yeah, okay. Leave you for a minute. Yeah, we'll go you as a generator, but you don't have to be. Get another one of those. Let's up that.
Anomaly found.
Point. Okay. I want you paused, please. Okay. Lord of War? I'm not sure where that. Cloaking Strength. Interstellar Dominion. What did we get before? Oh, we got the technology. Grasp the Void. One Vision. Your subjects do not suffer monthly loyalty penalties from you having multiple subjects. Available envoys +2. I am tempted for that one. As we reach for greater heights, we must not leave behind those who have loyally served us. The glorious future of our empire was always meant to be a shared destiny. Either that or something like One Vision, maybe? Just trying to think as a part of the sort of story concept, you know, where we came from, what we would do. Would we band together and... Alright, I'm going to do that. Okay, so we've got 2 extra envoys. So I can assign an envoy in here. And then... dismissive. Okay, so we can't do anything with them. Alrighty. What about these guys? What are we doing? Friendly, right, so you're doing that, but we are also spying on them. Believe we've got... Yeah. And these are the next. Alright, let's do that. Another spy one. Our scientists have discovered something rather monstrous. The mountain range they scanned earlier was in actuality the outer membrane of a gigantic egg. It's uncertain what behemoth could lay such an egg and what horror would hatch from it. Ooh. Do we crack it or study it from afar?
Situation log updated.
You have to crack it.
Founding a new home.
Okay, who's... Wait. I was going to say, why does this list look smaller? But I don't think it is. I think it's just... we had a transport. Okay, so we can keep pushing forward now.
Special project complete.
Okay, the archaeological mission to Sizer 3 has uncovered evidence of what appears to be a failed escape attempt from some distance south of the prison complex. A toppled utility vehicle from the prison was found behind a small cliff, and several kilometers beyond that, the remains of several prisoners in stolen pressure suits were huddled together. They seem to have died of asphyxiation when the oxygen supply in their suits ran out. For whatever reason, the prison authorities evidently saw no reason to collect the bodies. Huh. Interesting.
Anomaly found.
Okay.
Handshake protocols activated.
Into a migration treaty. Sure. Okay, so you are done again. So let's go and do that project. Well, conducting their survey of Historia B, whatever. I don't know what B is. I have no idea what number B is. It's a big number, I'm assuming. The FPF Trum Zorum detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage. But one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science Officer Hask Timok is confident the power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Where are we doing that? Oh, it's over there. You just need a construction ship in orbit. Okay. Well, I guess that's something we could do.
System survey complete.
Trivial. Okay, that joins to them. Okay. Our crew aboard FPF Trumzorum report that the Historia B shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems and sustained inoperable damage, drifting until it entered Historia B's gravity well. There are no survivors. The ship's cargo hold does indeed contain a notable amount of minerals. However, the captain of the FPF Trumzorum cautions that the construction indicates Yondar design. It is highly likely that the minerals belong to the kingdom of Yondarium, and they may be displeased once should we lay claim to their shipment. I think we've done this one before, and I think Intel. I think we'll just give it back to them. Or whatever that does.
System survey complete.
Okay, let's have a look. That did not help at all. We do have too many jobs available though. That's the problem. That's building. They're all building. Alright. Oh, hang on, we've got two ships that are not doing anything. Survey. Let's keep surveying that. Alright, do we go right up to the border? What do you reckon? Guess we may as well. Actually, no. Let's do this instead. Go there. There. Then we'll come back to there. There. And then there. And then we'll see where we're at from there. Natty, we have received word of our downed supply ship's cargo. We would like to extend our gratitude to you for taking the time to recover it without the need for yonder intervention. Our pleasure. Okay, I was these guys.
Handshake
That's
protocols
right.
activated.
I'm glad we didn't upset them because... No, I don't want to do anything. We have a fair bit of influence now. But I don't want to get carried away with it. What was that? Okay, how did we lose? Jesus, okay. We had 20 before. -10 for security contractors. Oh, is this one of the bloody galactic things? Damn you. The galactic market cost us. That's a bit annoying. New site discovered. Alright. So we have extra fleet capacity, but we don't have extra naval capacity, which is a bit of a bugger. I mean, I guess I could have picked a path to get that, but, you know, it is what it is now. Yeah, we're going to have to call it there for this video. We've run out of time. So if you like the channel and you want to support it further, check the description below. There's a link to a Patreon site, and there's also a YouTube thank you button where you can give me a small donation and a special message if you so choose. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out immensely, and I really do appreciate the support. Most importantly, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know what you think of how we're playing. Feel free to give me tips, tricks, advice, or ask questions. I'm happy to help wherever I can, or somebody else can also jump in and help in the comments if I don't know the answer. I read all the comments, answer every comment that wants an answer as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.